Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, then hello, hi, my name is Super Kelly, or you can call me Mikeith, whatever. We are back with another episode of Honkai Star Rail. Since the last episode, a lot has happened IRL. Last episode I told you guys that I had been recovering from strep. Well, since then, I have also caught COVID, and now I'm recovering from that as well. So that was not a fun several days, but we are back, we are here, and hopefully I will not get sick anymore. So for this episode, I am going to jump right on into it because I'm excited. We are doing Origin of the Medicine, which was the next companion quest on my list that I had. And if I had to venture a guess, I would say this must be Natasha's companion quest, and I am so excited. Also, sorry I keep saying story instead of companion because
Are you hurt?
I
Let me
play
take
too
a
much
look.
Genshin. Need any help, Dr. Natasha? Here we are.
You came at a good time.
Did I?
There is something you can help me with.
I'm always here to help Natasha. She's bae. She's queen.
According to my patient records, there are a few that haven't come for their follow-up visits.
Okay.
It happens from time to time, but never as regularly as this. I'm a bit concerned. Have you heard of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society?
No. Can't say I have. Sounds suspicious.
I agree. Generally speaking, mutual aid societies like these allow patients to share their experiences and support each other. It's a way of countering all the negative emotional effects of being ill. But there might be
I think
more
that's just
to
called
this
therapy.
society than that.
So.
I've got a few patients who have started refusing treatment since joining the society.
Oh no.
It certainly makes you wonder.
It's gonna be some
The most
cult.
suspicious part is that no matter how much I ask, no one's ever willing to tell me anything about it. And that's where you might be able to help.
Am I gonna pretend that I'm formerly ill? What should I do?
Pretend to be a patient.
There it is.
Help me investigate this so-called mutual aid society and find out exactly what they're up to.
Okay.
If I find out they're preventing me from doing my job, or if they're bringing harm to my patients,
She gonna kick some ass.
I won't just sit on the sidelines.
I believe it.
Can I entrust you with this task?
Of course, no problem.
This little clinic has huge numbers of patients to deal with every day. If I didn't have you here to help me out, I wouldn't be able to focus on giving them quality care.
No worries.
Good luck. I'll be sure to thank you properly when you're back.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Slices of Life Before the Furnace, Origin of the Medicine. So Slices of Life Before the Furnace is like apparently a series of companion quests for the characters of the furnace, of the underworld. So, love that. Last time we did Hooks. I figured today we should do Natasha's, since I'm still recovering from yet another of my own illnesses. So this is right on brand for me, because I'm also chronically ill. So,
You?
yeah.
I've seen you in the clinic. You run errands for Natasha, right?
Yeah. Well, there goes my cover.
Your cover? What are you talking about? Let me guess. Natasha wants you to persuade me to go back for a follow-up visit, right?
Yes.
What's the use? I'm terminal. Life will be over before I know it.
Yeah, but even if you are terminal, what was her diagnosis?
Of course not. I read it in a book.
You can't self-diagnose yourself
Every book I
over
read
text.
has descriptions that
on
match
a
my
book.
symptoms exactly. I can diagnose myself with a dozen incurable diseases before I get halfway through.
Okay, you need to stop.
For people
That's
in my
bad.
situation,
Guys,
a follow-up visit is
this
just
is a
waste of time
PSA
and money.
for everybody
Not to mention
out there.
medicine.
As someone who has been sick my whole life, do not self-diagnose yourself on the internet. I give my own mother hell for this on a daily basis when I talk to her. She's always looking up her symptoms or looking up something, thinking she has it. She doesn't. Don't self-diagnose yourself, you guys. Don't do it.
What else is there to say?
You're never really gonna be
Natasha
right.
was seeing me free of charge.
There's a reason
She
there's
said I could
medical
keep a tab
professionals
running
out
for as long
there.
as I liked, then pay it back when I had the opportunity. I guess I'm too proud.
Money's one thing, but life.
You think I need you to tell me? Don't try and persuade me. I've already thought this through. Dr. Vash never charged me anything either. Natasha's
Who?
great, but Vash was always my number one.
Who's Vash? I'd love to know.
Natasha's brother.
Oh,
They both used to practice medicine back in Rivertown.
she has a brother?
I heard he was a top student from the Overworld Medical Academy. Bellabog's main hospital wanted him. I have no idea what convinced him to set up down here. A kind heart, maybe.
Where is he? Free medical care? I don't believe
What do
it.
you mean? Dr. Vash was a people's doctor. He handed out free medicine. He even followed up with detailed questions on how he felt.
So a
The
little bit of a
underworld is always
therapist.
short on medical resources. They say that Dr. Vash made all his own medicine himself.
I wonder if Dr. Vash is the one behind this situation happening with the other patients in their little society. Why don't you go to him anymore?
You think I don't want to? I heard that he passed away.
Oh. That just explains why you haven't heard of him.
I should keep my voice down. Don't go telling anyone else about this next bit.
Okay. I won't.
I heard that Natasha had something to do with Dr. Vash's death.
No, there's
They
no
say she
way.
was jealous that her brother had stolen her patients, so she...
No, 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 no. No, no. And you believe that?
It's just something people were saying.
No.
I don't think Dr. Natasha could do something like that.
She didn't go outright and murder her
Forget I said
brother
anything.
for
Since Dr. Natasha sent you over
also
special,
being a doctor. There's no way.
I'll do her a favor.
That goes against her nature.
I'll go to the clinic for my follow-up a little later. Bye for now.
If there's a situation in which she might have been like responsible for his death, it
Avoiding
definitely
a
wasn't
follow-up
because he
visit due to
wanted
money
to
issues.
kill her brother. There's no way.
I should find another patient to talk to.
What was that?
What?
Oh, you'll have to be louder. My ears aren't what they used to be. Oh, everything's muffled.
I want to ask if you're not going for your follow-up visit.
Ah, a follow-up visit. Is that what you're asking about? Natasha's a wonderful girl. She always gives me a thorough checkup.
Mm-hmm.
But at this age, it's rather a lot to bear. Well, even if they could cure me, I'm sure I wouldn't be around for long. No, I don't want to waste anyone's time.
If someone's going around telling people not to like waste their time getting treatment if they're terminal or like too old or something, what is happening? You should listen to your doctor.
That girl's always trying to get me to take my medicine on time.
Yeah, for good reason, I'm sure.
I know her heart's in the right place.
Where's the butt?
My husband had the same illness as me, but he never touched the medicine. He wanted to make sure I had enough.
And I'm guessing he's dead now.
Then, one day, he said he needed to take care of some things at the mine. He never came back. He was forever saying he wanted to go before I did. Ah, selfish old fool. I miss him. Now that he's gone, who cares how long I stick around?
The doctor cares.
You're not wrong, I suppose. That girl certainly spares me no effort. But I always feel like I'm a burden to her.
No.
Okay, you win. It's off for another follow-up visit with Dr. Natasha, I suppose.
Good.
Did you want to say something else? My ears are terrible.
No, that's... Sure, that's it. Oh, well, have you heard of the Mutual Aid Society,
Virtual
actually?
who?
Mutual Aid Society.
All right, I heard you. Do you have to shout? No, I've never heard of any mutual aid society.
Okay.
Avoiding a follow-up visit because of her husband. I should find another patient to talk to.
How about this guy?
Why haven't I gone for my follow-up visit? Are you a pet?
Oh, sorry. What makes you say that?
Who else would care about people like me? I don't need Dr. Natasha's help now. Tell her to save her worries and medicine for other people.
Did you have a dispute?
A dispute? No, no. She's the only kind-hearted doctor in the underworld. I just don't really approve of her methods, that's all. Too idealistic and no real efficacy. She tries to save everyone, which means she can't save anyone. In the end, it's the patients who suffer, and she just tires herself out.
What?
Miners like me don't have time for lengthy treatments. If I can't take something and get right back to work, I may as well lie down and wait for death to come knocking.
That's what's gonna happen if you don't do
Did
what she
you
says.
know Dr. Vash?
No.
His wonder medicine is cheap, and the results are immediate. You just need to be willing to take a little risk.
Risk?
Dr. Vash's medicine is different. Lots of people make a full recovery after taking it, but some get worse, and the unlucky ones check out early. Even knowing the risk, most people fight tooth and nail to get hold of the medicine. You know why?
Not a clue.
You've clearly never been in really dire straits.
I mean, this guy
Life
hasn't.
forces you to the
I have.
edge. You'll throw yourself at any opportunity, even if it means risking it all. For people like us, a slow and torturous treatment is the same as a death sentence.
No, no.
If it's between that and a quick result, we'll take the latter. Forget it.
Quick and
Why am I
painless is
telling you all
never
this?
the
Dr.
good
Vash is
option.
dead anyway.
Where can I go to get this wonder medicine?
What? Now you're interested in the wonder medicine? Listen up. The Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society is still selling that medicine.
Oh, are they?
I can tell you where they trade, but there's a rule. You must not tell any of this to Dr. Natasha. You hear? If you break the rule, you'll face the consequences.
I won't tell her.
Here,
I
take
promise.
this. It's the address. A final warning. Do not reveal this information to Natasha.
I definitely will eventually.
I know where to find the wonder medicine. What should I do next?
Great
The
question.
patient didn't want me to tell Natasha about this. Should I listen to him?
No. Let's tell Natasha. I'm gonna tell her. Natasha's my girl. She's never steered me wrong before. I trust her with my life. We're gonna tell her. Okay, girl.
So the Mutual Aid Society found Vash's research results, and now they're selling this so-called wonder medicine to patients?
Seems like it.
Any organization doing something like this is interested in more than just mutual aid.
The patients wanted me to keep it a secret.
I'm not surprised. They'll know that I'm completely against them using this wonder medicine. What Vash left behind is nothing more than reagents and experimental byproducts. The word medicine doesn't apply here. I warned the patients countless times, but seems like they had their heads in the sand all along. No wonder they kept the Mutual Aid Society a secret from me. Thank you. Those patients weren't exactly singing my praises. Thank you for having faith in me. If you're curious about Vash's wonder medicine, you should ask some of the patients in the clinic. See what they have to say about the effects.
Okay. Curious.
Some people say that Dr. Vash was a saint who came from the overworld to help those in need. I don't buy it.
Okay.
People's doctor, that's just what people who've bought into the myth like to say. Vash used to distribute free medicine all the time, but he couldn't have cared less about the people taking the medicine. The hard truth is that we were just his test subjects.
That's
It
not
didn't
good.
matter if the medicine worked or not. What mattered was having a constant stream of willing lab rats.
Maybe Natasha did have to do something to him.
Of course, I can't control what anyone else thinks. That's just how I see it.
Well, that's not a great light to be
The
in.
medicine Vash left behind? That stuff. Can you even call it medicine?
Apparently not.
I know Dr. Natasha's here, but I have to tell it like it is. Vash had zero medical ethics. He didn't deserve the title doctor. He may have had the capability, but he didn't use it to help anyone. Whenever I went to see him, he never even asked about my illness. He just prescribed me his so-called wonder medicine.
Not good.
If it were you, would you have taken that medicine?
No. No, I would not. I finished.
I still haven't worked out how to convey it to you. The issues surrounding Vash. My relationship with him. The things he's done in the underworld. It's a long story.
I understand.
I'm guessing you've heard a lot of different opinions on Vash. What do you make of him?
I think he was a doctor with zero medical ethics.
I want you to go and visit another patient, a victim of the wonder medicine.
Oh.
I want you to see the real consequences of abusing that medicine.
Oh no.
Once you've understood her situation, come back and tell me what you think. After that, I want to ask for your help again.
Oh, right nearby. There she is. Hello. What's up?
Who are you?
I'm a friend of Dr. Natasha.
And who am I?
You haven't introduced yourself yet.
Where's my husband? And where's my child? Where are they? You know where they are, right?
No. Try and stay calm.
You don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows.
Oh boy.
Where? Where did they go?
So the wonder medicine potentially just like fractured or smashed her mind?
Come over here, child. It's best to leave that poor lady in peace. Let me explain.
Why does she sound like the bird
That
lady from...
Poor lady. Both
Mary
her
Poppins.
husband and child became ill and passed away.
They must have been seriously ill.
Oh, well, not terribly serious, but they needed to get treatment every now and then, which did impact their livelihood. In order to try and rid themselves of the ailment once and for all, they bought some kind of wonder medicine. Who would have thought their condition would deteriorate so rapidly after they began using it? The two began to suffer terribly, such that death then became a blessing.
Damn.
It wasn't long before they departed this world, one after the other.
So
From
she
that
didn't take the
moment on,
medicine?
Oh, she became as you see her now. If Dr. Natasha hadn't taken her under
So the
her
medicine
wing,
just killed sick people faster. It didn't
Well, it
make her
doesn't bear
crazy. Good to
thinking
know.
about.
I got a little confused for a minute. Sounds like poison.
And yet, what more could have been done? They were warned about the medicine. They were told about the risks. And they chose to roll the dice. Talking about it tires me out. At least my husband and I are able to help her where we can. I just hope that one day she can lead a normal life again.
Doesn't seem likely, to be honest. She seems kind of broken. I'm back.
Did you speak to her? By the look on your face, I'm assuming you've come to understand the wonder medicine all too well.
Yeah. The people selling that stuff are devils.
Yeah. Be it Vash or the Mutual Aid Society, forces like that can take full advantage of the typical underworld state of mind. Let me tell you a story.
I love stories.
There was once
Well,
a
maybe not this
brilliant
one.
overworld doctor with unmatched pharmaceutical skill. The doctor was set on developing a medicine that would steel the human body against the cold. He named his research project Blizzard Immunity. But his research met with obstruction time and time again, the biggest factor being a lack of test subjects.
This is going to be about her
Tampering
brother.
with the human immune system
For
carries
sure.
huge risk.
Definitely.
And nobody
about
in the
him.
overworld was willing to submit themselves to such experiments. As such, the doctor got in touch with his sister in the underworld, claiming that he wanted to support the medical effort below ground.
And then...
Naturally, his sister was overjoyed. After all, as far as medicine was concerned, her brother had always been the standard she'd strived to attain. She brought her brother underground and entrusted him with her clinic and laboratory.
Oh no.
I think you know what comes next.
Yeah, I got a good idea. I'm sorry that I doubted you before. I didn't doubt her. It's hard to believe he was your brother.
Issuing free medicine to the needy was just Vash's way of conducting experiments on his test subjects. On some level, his reagents were able to alleviate the patient's suffering, but nothing more. They would forget their pain for a while and neglect their regular treatment plans. The result? Patients with mild illness would attribute their recovery to the so-called wonder medicine, while patients with serious illness would quickly deteriorate, and sometimes die.
Yeah, not helpful.
I cannot accept that their fate was simply the result of misfortune or risk. No true doctor would accept that. That's why I want you to help me recover all the wonder medicine. Are you willing to take on this assignment?
I'm ready. Somebody has to do the right thing.
Thank you. This will be hard for the people that have come to rely on the wonder medicine, but it's up to us to remove this false hope. You mustn't hesitate. Recover every last reagent that Vash left behind. I'll take responsibility for the consequences. Don't worry about that. Go. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Fun times. Let's go to Rivertown. What are you guys doing over here?
Stop right there. No one's allowed up ahead.
Why is that? I'm just here to buy.
Who are you trying to kid? You're that clinic woman's lackey. Did you think the Mutual Aid Society didn't have its own intel? She's after our medicine and sent you here to smash the place, right?
Just you.
Men, look lively and send this idiot packing already.
You're getting into a dumb situation for yourself, let me tell you.
Time for a buzz.
It's not gonna go well for you at all.
Double speed.
Okay.
You won't get away.
Bye-bye. The girls really
One
took care of
step
that one.
closer to the stars.
Oh, hello. Old box with some medicine labeled with experimental numbers. This must be the wonder medicine the Mutual Aid Society was talking about. I hear footsteps behind me.
Well, look who we have here.
Oh no.
Your reputation precedes you, outsider.
It is an attractive
I
man.
didn't take you for a bandit and a thief.
Who are you?
You listen here. I'm the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. The medicine
you
we
suck.
hold
How
here
about
is
that?
lifeblood for many of our members. Are you sure you want to deprive them of that?
Yes, because you're not doing
Those
anything
poor
good.
patients. Along comes a life-saving wonder medicine, only to be snatched away by a shameless bandit like you.
Bandit.
The underworld is full of sickness.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I am so
What
yawny. It
happened
is
if
so
we
late.
left it all to that clinic to treat? My Mutual Aid Society has relieved that doctor of patients at the end of the road. Shouldn't she be thanking me?
No. Natasha would never give up on a patient, and she'd never work with an imposter like you.
Seems like you are quite bent on dismantling our operations, aren't you? Fine. Seeing as you came all this way, it'd be rude not to give you the opportunity.
For what?
Men, seize the medicine thief.
This again. I just kicked your men's ass like 2 seconds ago. But okay.
Time for a buzz.
If this is what you want to do.
Nap time.
Is
Oh, they actually get to attack for once. Imagine.
You won't get away.
Humanity never conceals its desire to
Is this the
control
overkill that I've been waiting
and
for?
I'm no exception.
Oh, no? Damn.
Time for
He has a
fight.
barrier? Rude. Not anymore.
Blast it! What did we ever do to you? Why are you taking away our moneymaker?
Because you're using it to hurt
Moneymaker?
people. Oh,
So
Natasha.
you admit it then. You're not in this to save lives, you're in it to get rich.
She followed.
What are you doing here? Oh, as if we didn't have enough trouble already.
Selling fake medicine with false kindness. You should have expected trouble to find you sooner or later.
True,
I have a
though.
responsibility to protect the well-being of my patients. Or to put it another way, I must eradicate any and all threats to them.
You can't save everyone. The underworld is teeming with sickness. How could you possibly pull it off?
You're right. I can't save everyone alone. But if
But-
I must, I would sacrifice food and sleep to treat them. The
'Cause she's a
debt
real
that Vash
doctor.
owes to the underworld rests with me. All I can do is help everyone to the best of my ability. To the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, so stubborn. In that sense, you're no different from your crazy brother.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Your actions today have saved many underworld families.
You know. Just doing
I'll
what I'm
find a
gonna
way
do.
to dispose of Vash's leftover reagents. Next time the Mutual Aid Society wants to whip up a quack cure, they'll be out of luck.
Good.
Let's go back to town. I still owe those patients an explanation.
Uh-oh. It looks like the patients have surrounded Natasha. Let's hear what they're saying.
What are you saying, Doctor? The wonder medicine is out of supply?
Correct. That medicine is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wildfire has cut off the supply chain. Your ailments need rational, scientific treatment. Relying on pseudo-medicines will only worsen your condition.
Rational and scientific, huh? The way I see it, you're just jealous you lost your patients.
Ugh.
How dare you speak to Dr. Natasha like that? Where are your manners?
You tell him, elderly
Please,
patient
think for a
lady.
moment. How can you still be siding with her? That wonder medicine was working fine.
Also,
for
where did
us,
this man
and
get
now
this
it's
accent
gone
from?
Because she wants it to be? How can she?
I understand your anger, but as your doctor, I ask you to trust my judgment.
I
I
would.
will find a way to access more medical resources and help you through your struggles. If I must, I'll get help from the surface.
The surface. I almost forgot that you were an overworld big shot.
She's been
some
she's been
respect for
underworld
Dr.
for how many
Natasha.
years? The fuck?
If it's respect she wants, she better find a replacement for the wonder medicine fast. If not, I'll tell everyone about how she set up Dr. Vash.
What the hell?
I'm out of here.
This guy's off his rocker. Poor Natasha. She don't deserve all this. She's trying to do the right thing. Oh boy. Nat.
Oh, you're here. I apologize. That must have made for uncomfortable viewing.
A little bit. Now that I can't handle. You okay?
I'm okay. If I were in his shoes, I may well have had the same reaction.
Probably not. You're not dumb.
Now I need to focus on treating the patients and dispelling their doubts. Let's leave it for now. I'll feel a lot better once I've gotten rid of this mess that Vash left us. Now's as good a time as any to tell you Vash's whole story.
Okay.
If there's anything you want to know, don't hesitate to ask.
Was he your biological brother? Why is this a question?
No, but I
Oh.
used to think we were so close that we may as well have been.
So not blood related.
I
Interesting.
actually grew up in the orphanage. It wasn't
wait.
until I was adopted by an overworld family that life changed for me.
Did we know that?
My
can't
adoptive mother
remember.
always saw me as her own flesh and blood.
But that like, makes sense why she has such
And
a
Vash
connection
loved
to
me
the
like a
orphanage.
sister. That is while we were still young. My adoptive parents belonged to a prominent medical family. As kids, we were exposed to all kinds of medical texts. When we were older, both of us got straight into Belobog's medical school. We were on a path into the medical profession.
Love that. What kind of person was he?
He was gentle and introverted. But when it came to work, he could be absurdly obsessive. Like a completely different person.
I know the types.
Whenever I made a mistake in an experiment, he'd bite my head off. And then a while later, he'd apologize and comfort me. He was conflicted in that way.
Healthy. Totally not toxic at all. So you knew this medicine was his work?
I didn't know he had leftover reagents in Rivet Town. I was shocked when you told me. If you fail to make a clean break with the past creeps up on you.
Did he really pass away?
That's a long story. Ever since he was little, Vash had always wanted to develop a medicine called blizzard immunity.
As she told us earlier.
He saw the human body's vulnerability to cold as a disease, and wanted to cure it so that humanity could survive the eternal freeze. If he succeeded, people would be able to leave Belobog and rebuild their homes in the snow plains.
Do you share his vision?
To be honest, I never understood how he'd achieve that blizzard immunity. But I do admire that vision and perseverance. I always chose to believe him, ever since I was a kid.
Well, can't blame you there.
I knew his research in the overworld wasn't going well. I used to write to him and ask him to come down and stay with the kids in the orphanage for a while. I thought it might help take his mind off his research.
Guessing
But I was too young to know what long-term frustration could do to a person. It changed him. In a terrible way.
That sucks. Changed him?
During his stay in the underworld, he met patients affected by fragmentum corrosion with mild symptoms. Compared with non-patients, their bodies reacted differently to hot and cold. And that fascinated Vash.
So that's how he got deeper into
He began
it.
to simulate mild fragmentum corrosion, thinking that it could lead to breakthroughs in developing blizzard immunity.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Those reagents of his aren't cure-alls for critical illness. That doesn't exist. Vash made the reagents to mitigate the suffering of his patients in the short term. A convenient way for him to observe changes in his test subjects.
I hate that
But
they were
behind
test
my back,
subjects,
he had
though.
been doling out the reagents to residents who were kept in the dark. When it finally struck me that something was wrong, his terrible research had already turned him into a madman.
Damn. He lost his last shred of humanity. Did nothing seem strange to you at all?
I trusted Vash with all my heart. Funny, isn't it? And pathetic.
Not pathetic.
When his experiments were exposed,
Hopeful,
I
maybe.
spent a long time with Oleg discussing how to handle the aftermath. This was shortly before the underworld was sealed off. There were hardly any Silvermane guards remaining. We spent ages trying to find a way to handle Vash. In the end, Oleg suggested that we banish him and permanently deny him access to the underworld.
Okay.
Had his victims found out the truth, Vash would have been torn to pieces by
So
furious
he's not
underworlders.
dead, then.
I was young and weak at the
That
time.
rattling sound of the ice cubes
Oleg must have
is so
worried about
distracting.
how I'd react to such a scenario, or he wouldn't have suggested banishment.
Banishment isn't a particularly harsh punishment, unless that just meant that he went out into the snow and died instantly.
Looking back, it wasn't. He deserved much worse.
Okay.
Oleg and I took Vash to the overworld. He made his final request to us. To take him outside the city to the snow plains he'd always wanted to conquer.
Okay.
His figure gradually disappeared into the snow curtain.
So he's alive, most likely.
I've been telling myself that Vash is dead ever since.
Yeah, there's no way.
Forgive me. I'm not good at telling stories. Vash was a terrible brother and a worse doctor. That's all you need to know.
Or not.
Let's call it a day.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for cleaning up the mess my brother left behind. Here, for your trouble.
I was happy to do it, girl. You know I stand you. But we did it. That completes our little companion quest. Oh. Poor Nat. Can't be easy growing up with, like, being in the system, finding a family, thinking you found your brother, like, your best friend, and then him completely losing his shit and taking advantage of your shit, and then not even knowing if he's alive or dead out there. He's definitely alive, though. For sure. Okay, everyone, that is going to be it for this episode of Honkai Star Rail. I hope you enjoyed Nat's little companion quest. Another second in a row. It's a little, much less intense video for Honkai. I am recovering from being sick again, so I wanted to, use this time to do some, more subtle stuff, some companion quests. I think there's one more in this pack. I don't know whose it is, but we're probably going to do that one next, and then after that, I'll get back to trailblazing quests, I promise. But until then, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do post every Friday and Tuesday. I am currently also uploading The Quarry, my first playthrough. And yeah, comment down below. Who is your favorite character? What do you guys enjoy about this game? What are you excited for? Don't spoil anything for me though, please. But until then, I love you all. Be kind to one another. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.